Yeah. So acceleration time graph. So a graph is drawn between acceleration and time like this. For example, if I take acceleration on y-axis and time on x-axis, let us consider the graph like this. Okay, let us consider the graph like this. So which means that here acceleration is uniform. So this is the graph for uniform acceleration. Are you clear? Now remember, here acceleration is equal to constant. Clear? Here acceleration is equal to constant and slope 0. Clear? Slope m is equal to tan theta, that is equal to 0. Here a is equal to constant means this is said to be uniform acceleration. Clear? This is said to be in uniform acceleration. I hope you understood this point. So just draw the graph, then I'll go for. So area under acceleration time graph, clear, area under acceleration time graph gives velocity. Later we are going to discuss some problems. At that time you came to know how to use this area under velocity time graph, area under acceleration time graph, or slopes or something else. Okay, once you start the problems, then you came to know how to use this graphs and how to calculate velocity based on the graph, how to calculate the accelerations based on the graph, like that. Okay, so next I'm going to discuss about the topic. I'm going to discuss about the next topic, that is mechanics. Yeah, what do you mean by mechanics? Mechanics means not nuts and bolts like that. Okay, now remember, what do you mean by mechanics? Means mechanics is a branch of physics which deals with the study of motion and with or without the influence of force. Are you clear? So remember, mechanics is a branch of physics which deals with the motion of a body with or without the influence of the force. Are you clear? Now remember, if you study only about the motion and if you study only purely about the motion, that is called as kinematics. If you are going to study about the cause of motion, clear, if you are studying about the cause of motion, that comes under dynamics. Okay, now in this lesson we are going to learn about only kinematics, that is motion of a body without the influence of force. So first I would like to write the definition for the mechanics. So what is mechanics means? It is the branch of physics, clear, it is the branch of physics which deals with the study of motion with or without influence of force. Clear, with or without influence of force. Now remember, this mechanics is classified into two types. First one is kinematics. Clear, first one is kinematics and next one dynamics. Apart from that, one more study is there, that is statistics. So what is meant by kinematics? Means kinematics is the branch of physics which deals with the only motion. Clear, it deals with only purely motion. Clear, it deals only with the motion. Are you clear? What do you mean by dynamics? Means dynamics is nothing but a branch of physics or branch of mechanics which will deal with the study of motion, clear, with force. Clear, with the influence of force or under the influence of force. Are you clear? So if you study only about the motion, then those studies comes under kinematics. If you study about the cause of motion, clear, cause of motion, that comes under what? Dynamics. Are you clear? And one more thing is there, statics. What is that? Means the study of object under rest. If an object is at rest, the studies comes under statics. Clear? So remember, for example, if you want to study the body at rest, that comes under statics. Are you clear? So usually you won't study about the statics. Why? Because means the body will be at rest. Now listen, I'll take kinematics. So what do you mean by kinematics? Kinematics means it is a branch of mechanics which deals with the study of motion. Clear? Without the influence of force. Clear? So it is the branch of mechanics. Clear? It is the branch of mechanics which deals only with the motion, which deals only with the motion of a body. Are you clear? So what do you mean by dynamics means? Clear? What do you mean by dynamics means? It is a branch of mechanics. Clear? It is a branch of mechanics which deals the cause of motion, the cause of motion of a body. What causes the motion of a body means blindly remember force. If you apply some force, the body will be in motion. If you are going to study about that force, that comes under dynamics. If you are going to study only about the motion, that comes under what? Kinematics. Clear? That comes under what? Kinematics. Now, to explain the body in motion, to explain the body in motion, we have some kinematic equations. Now I am going to write that kinematic equations. Are you clear? And we have to do the derivation for each and every concept. Are you clear? Yeah. Now, to describe the motion of a body, to describe the motion of a body, we have some kinematic equations. Are you clear? Those kinematic equations are, first kinematic equation is V is equal to U plus AT. Okay, where V is called as final velocity. Clear? Where V is called as final velocity, U is called as initial velocity. Clear? U is called as initial velocity, A is called as acceleration. Clear? A is called as acceleration, and T is time. So this is the first kinematic relation, that is V is equal to U plus AT. And the second kinematic relation is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Clear? V square minus U square equal to 2AS. And the third kinematic relation is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now here S is taken as displacement. Okay, I hope you understood. So here S is taken as what? Displacement. Now these three are the kinematic relations to explain the motion of the body. Are you clear? To explain the motion of the body. Are you clear? You just write down one sentence here. I will dictate now. You just write down one sentence here. So here you write down one sentence. Shall I dictate the sentence? Shall I dictate the sentence? Yeah. To explain the motion of a body, yeah, no problem. In the place of yes, you can take x also. No problem. In the place of x or yes, you can take s also. No problem. But you have to mention where s is displacement or x is displacement. No problem. You can take x also. Okay. Yeah, write down. To explain the motion of a body, to explain the motion of a body, we have we have three kinematic relations. We have three kinematic relations. We have three kinematic relations. Write down these three equations, and write down this concept where V is what, U is what, A is what, T is what, S is what. So write down these three kinematic relations. Now I'm going to explain about the proof for this equation. Okay, now I'm going to explain about the proof for this equation. In these proofs, we have both the types of proofs, graphical proof as well as by using integration. Okay, by using integration you can prove, by using graphs also you can prove. I will follow the graphical method to explain about this concept. Okay, so that is the next concept, proof for the kinematic equations. And this is very important 5-mark question for your PU examination point of view. I'm using graphical method to explain this. I'm using graphical method to explain this. Okay? Yeah, fine. Now listen, first I am going to prove about V is equal to U plus AT, first kinematic relation. So for that I will draw one graph, clear? So I will take one graph like this, so that here graph is drawn between velocity as well as time. Clear? Here graph is drawn between velocity as well as time, so that time is taken on, clear? So that time is taken on x-axis and velocity is taken on y-axis. Okay, now we are going to draw the velocity time graph, so that velocity is taken on x-axis, sorry, velocity is taken on y-axis and time is taken on x-axis. Now let us consider the graph like this. Clear? Let us consider the graph like this. So at this point we have the initial velocity, I will take it as u. I will take this final velocity as, for example, v. Clear? Here u and v are final velocity. Clear? Here u and v are the final velocities. Are you clear? Okay. Now let us consider the graph shown in figure. Clear? For example, let us consider, clear, let us consider the velocity time graph. Clear? Velocity time graph shown in figure. Clear? Velocity time graph shown in figure. Now here u is what? U is initial velocity. Clear? Here u is what? Initial velocity, and v is what? V is final velocity. Are you clear? So here u is what? My initial velocity, and v is what? Final velocity. Now I am going to prove the first relation, that is v is equal to u plus at. Clear? I am going to prove the first relation, that is v is equal to u plus at. Are you clear? Now remember, I will draw one line like this. Clear? I will draw one line like this, and I will draw one more projection like this. Then it look like, say, triangle. In this triangle, could you tell me what is this side? Clear? Could you tell me what is this side? I'll take this point as, for example, A. I'll take this point as B. I'll take this point as C. Clear? I'll take that point as C. Now tell me what is BC value? What is the BC value? Now what is the BC value? See, from here to here, its value is V. From here to here, its value is U. Therefore, BC value is V minus U. Are you clear? Now remember, I will draw one more projection to the bottom. Clear? I will draw one more projection to the bottom. So here the velocity is U. Okay, I will take this point as D. Now this OD value, I will take it as time t. Clear? I will take OD value as time t. Clear? I will take OD value as time t. Now what is AC value? Time t only. Now I'll take this angle as, for example, theta. If I consider this angle as theta, clarify, consider that angle as theta. Now could you tell me what is the slope from the graph? So slope m is equal to tan theta. Clear? Slope m is equal to tan theta. That is opposite side. What is the opposite side? V minus u by, clear, opposite side, that is V minus U by, or else I will take it as BC by AC. Are you clear? Now remember, BC value is how much? BC value is V minus U by AC value, which is nothing but OD, which is taken as T. Are you clear? Now remember, but we know that, clear, but we know that slope of, clear, slope of what? Velocity time graph gives, clear, slope of velocity time graph gives what? Acceleration. Clear, slope of velocity time graph gives what? Acceleration. Now substitute that value, then acceleration A is equal to V minus U by T. Clear, then acceleration A is equal to how much? For V minus U by T. Now bring this to the left hand side, then acceleration A into T is equal to V minus U, or else V is equal to U plus AT. Bring this to the left hand side. So if you bring this to the left hand side, then minus U will becomes plus U, then V is equal to U plus AT. So this is the derivation of first kinematic relation. Okay, ma? So this is the derivation of first kinematic relation. Yeah, if it is done, then we'll go for the second kinematic relation. Yeah, now shall I move to the next concept, ma? Yeah, shall I go to the next kinematic relation? Yeah. Now listen. I will consider, for example, S as displacement. Clear? If I consider S as displacement as well as A as acceleration. Clear? S is displacement and A is acceleration. Again, the concept is same for the second relation also. Now, second, I am going to explain about or derive this equation, that is S is equal to ut plus half at square. So, I am going to derive this relation. Clear? I am going to derive this relation. Okay. Now, listen. We know that area under, clear, area under velocity time graph gives what? Now, area under velocity time graph gives what? Very good, displacement. Are you clear? So area under velocity time graph gives what much displacement. Very good. We already discussed that point yesterday. So area under velocity time graph gives what much displacement. Are you clear? Now what is the area under the graph means? Remember, first you just identify whether the graph is closed graph or open graph. For example, I'll erase this. First, I drawn the graph like this. Clear? First, I drawn the graph like this, which means that it is not a closed graph. Okay, remember, I drawn the graph like this so that it is not a closed graph. If graph is not closed, actually the same concept you learn in thermodynamics also, in isothermal and adiabatic process. If graph is not closed, then what we have to do means we have to draw projection onto the x-axis. Remember, if graph is not closed, you have to draw the projections like this. Now it looks like say trapezium. Are you clear? It looks like a trapezium. So that this side is how much? This side is V, and this side is how much in trapezium? I'll take this side as V, for example, and this side is initial velocity U, and this is T. It looks like a trapezium. So what is the area of trapezium? For example, if you don't know, or else you can do like this also. So what is this total value means V? What is this value means U? I will draw one line like this. Clear? I will draw one line like this. Clear? So if I take this point as A, I will take this point as, for example, C. Now it look like, clear, it look like, okay, it look like what? A triangle as well as a rectangle. Yeah, tell me what is the area of trapezium? Yeah, very good, Shravan. Area of trapezium, correct. Okay. You can use the area of trapezium formula directly. You can use the area of trapezium formula directly and you can do the derivation. Or else you can do like this also. So from here to here we consider the velocity as v, from here to here we consider the velocity as u. Now what is the bc value? Means v minus u. Are you clear, ma? Understood? Now remember, area, clear area under the graph, clear area under the graph is equal to how much? Means area of triangle ABC plus, clear area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle, clear area of rectangle ACDO, clear OADC, or else you can write like this also, OADC. Or else if you know the trapezium formula, you can directly write down the area of the trapezium OABD. Are you clear? Or else you can directly write down the area of trapezium OABD. Clear? You can directly write down area of trapezium OABD. Understood, ma? Are you clear? So you can directly write down the area of trapezium OABD if you know the formula. Same answer you will get. Now what is the area of triangle? So what is the area of triangle, ma? For area of triangle ABC, half into base, base is nothing but AC, into height is nothing but BC. Now area of rectangle, if you take this area of rectangle, length into breadth, clear, length is taken as, for example, OD into breadth is taken as OA. Are you clear? Now that is equal to half into AC value. What is the value of AC? Means T, into what is the value of BC? Means BC value is V minus U. Are you clear? Plus what is the value of OD? Means OD value is T, into what is the OA value? Ma, U. Are you clear? Now remember, this velocity we consider as V, we consider this point as U, or this velocity as U. Do you understand, ma? Did you understood up to here? Yeah. Shall I rest this one? Yeah, fine. Now listen, ma. So area under the graph gives what? No, area under the velocity time graph gives displacement. Therefore, the displacement is taken as S. That S is equal to half into T into V minus U. Clear? Half into T into V minus U plus UT. Now from first relation, clear, from first relation, clear, from first relation I will take like this. So V is equal to U plus AT. So we derived the first relation, right? So V is equal to U plus AT, or else that implies V minus U by T is equal to A. Or else simply you can write V minus U is equal to AT. Are you clear? That implies V minus U is equal to AT. Now substitute V minus U is equal to AT in the above equation, then S is equal to half T into V minus U can be taken as AT plus UT. Now what is this final equation? Means that final equation is S is equal to UT plus half A into T, that is T square. So this is the expression for displacement. If it is done, then I'll go for the next concept. Finish derivation, ma? Everyone. Yeah, fine, do it, do it. Yeah, if the time is up, immediately just join. Yeah, shall I move to the next derivation, ma? Yeah, copied. Yeah, fine. Now the third relation I'm going to find out is, clear, the third relation I'm going to find out is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. For this, I'll take the equation that is, we know that, clear, we know that v is equal to u plus at. Clear, we know that v is equal to u plus at. Now from that, yeah, I can write like this, v minus u by a is equal to t. Clear, v minus u by a, that is equal to t. I'll take this as equation number 1. Now from this graph we derived the second relation. Clear, from this graph we derived the second relation, that is, we know that s is equal to ut plus half at square. We derived this relation. Now substitute equation number 1 in equation number 2, then you have s is equal to u into what is the t value, means v minus u by a. Clear, t value is u minus v minus u by a, plus half into a value, I will take it as a only. Are you clear? So here t can be taken as v minus u by a whole square. Understood this point, ma? Yeah. The next step I'm going to do is s is equal to, I will multiply with u, then uv minus u into u, that is u square by a, plus 1 by 2 a into, I will write like this, v minus u whole square by a square. Shall I write like this or not? Shall I write like this or not? Yes. Now I will cancel one a and one a here. If I cancel a and a, then we have s is equal to uv minus u square plus, or divided by a. Are you clear? Plus 1 by 2 into v square or v minus u whole square divided by a. Or else I can write like this also, v minus u whole square by 2a. Understood, ma? Yeah. Now take LCM. LCM is 2a. Bring that to the left hand side, or multiply this entire equation with 2a. If you multiply this entire equation with 2a, then this is 2as is equal to, if you multiply with 2a, a will cancel, here 2 will be remaining. So 2 into uv minus u square. Are you clear? Plus, if you multiply with 2a, 2a, 2a will cancel, that is v minus u whole square. I hope you understood this step. Did you understand this step, ma? If you understood that one, then over, it is done. Okay, or else simply you can take LCM. LCM is 2a. So if LCM is 2a, then first term is 2. Therefore, 2 into uv minus u square. Then second term, v minus u whole square. The 2a will goes to the left hand side, then that is 2as. Okay. Now don't cancel this 2 and this 2. Why? Because means here it is plus. You can't cancel like that. Now multiply 2uv minus 2u square plus, you can expand it in the form of a minus b whole square, that is v square plus u square minus 2uv. Now cancel uv as well as uv. 2uv, 2uv. Now this is minus 2u square, this is u square. Now what is that value means minus u square? Then you have v square minus, this is 2u square and u square, that is minus u square, that is equal to 2as. Or else you can write v square minus u square equal to 2as. Now listen, for PU examination point of view, this is asking for 5 marks. Clear? This v square minus u square is asking for 2 marks. If this question is asked for 2 marks, you should draw the graph and you should derive s is equal to u plus at, and then you have to do the derivation. So this is for 5 marks. Okay. And similarly, they are asking about s is equal to ut plus half at square. This is also for 5 marks. These two questions are asking for 5 marks. Yeah, shall I move to the next concept? Shall I move? Yeah, copy. Remember, in your material, sometimes they will give direct equations. So that's why I am giving you step-by-step derivation. Please follow it. Please write a notes. Finish. Yeah, this is about the graphical method. This is about the graphical method. For your PU examination point of view, only graphical method will be asked. Now the same relations, the same kinematic relations, we can derive by using another method. That method is calculus method. If you do the derivation along with me, then it will be completed soon. Shall I erase this one, everyone? Did you written? It is done, Pawan? Okay, good. Yeah, I will erase this one. Now calculus method. One more point I'm going to tell you. In your final examination, if they ask proof s is equal to ut plus half at square, you can prove by any method, no problem. But if they mention prove with the help of graphical method, then you have to use this method. Or prove by using calculus method means you have to use this method. Now in calculus method, first relation I'm going to derive is v is equal to u plus at. So this is the first one I'm going to derive. Are you clear? Now I'm going to do the solution for it. So we know that, we know that acceleration, we know that acceleration A is equal to dv by dt. Are you clear? We know that acceleration A is equal to dv by dt. Now bring this to the left hand side, then you can write this as A into dt is equal to dv. Are you clear? Now remember, in order to get total velocity, remember, in order to get total value, always you should do integration. dv is the smallest value, small value. To get total value, always we need to do the integration. Are you clear? Now to get total velocity, integrate on both sides. So integration of dv is equal to integration of a into dt. Are you clear? So that initial velocity I will consider as u. Always this part you have to take it as initial point. This one you have to take it as final point. So initial velocity is u and final velocity is v. Now initial time I will take it as 0. Now the time is taken as t. Okay, please relog in again. Please relog in again. If you can do this, or else you can relog in again. Relog in again. Now if you integrate this one, integration of dv will gives what? Integration of dv gives what? Very good. Integration of dv is how much ma? Yeah, integration of dv is how much? V. Between the limits, upper limit is v, lower limit is u. That is equal to, I will take in a into integration of dt is t between the limits t to 0. Clear? Between the limits t to 0. Okay. Now substitute these values. If you substitute these values, then you will get upper limit minus lower limit is equal to a into upper limit t minus lower limit 0. Are you clear? Now finally you can write v minus u is equal to at. So this is the first relation. Now this is by using calculus method. In examination, if they ask about the calculation method, then do like this. In examination, if they ask about the graphical method, you do like that. Now shall I move to the next point? Shall I move to the next derivation? Yeah. So next derivation is s is equal to ut plus half at square. Same by using calculus method only. Okay, same by using calculation method only. So s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, for this I will take like this. We know that, clear, we know that velocity v is equal to dx by dt. Shall I write like this? Is it correct? Shall I write like this? Shall I write like this? Yeah. Now bring this to the left hand side. Then v into dt is equal to, I will take it as dx. Okay. Now from first relation, clear, from first relation, we have v is equal to u plus at. Clear? Now I'll take this as equation number 1. I'll take this as equation number 2. Now substitute v is equal to u plus at in equation number 1. Therefore, from equation number 1, clear? From equation number 1. From equation number 1, I can write like this, dx is equal to, I will substitute v value as u plus at into dt. Did you understand this step or not? Do you understand this step? Nothing is there. First I wrote dx. In the place of v, I substituted this value. That's it. Now to get total velocity, what we should do? To integrate total value, what should we do? Integration. So do integration of dx. I will take this as, for example, initial displacement as, for example, s naught, final displacement as s. Are you clear? That is equal to, I will take initial time as 0, final time as t, u plus at into dt. Did you understand this step or not? Nothing is there. On both sides, we kept integration with some limits. Okay. Now listen. What is integration of dx? Integration of dx. What is integration of dx? Very good. X between the limits s to s naught. That is equal to, I will write like this, integration of u into dt plus integration of at into dt between the limits 0 to t, between the limits 0 to t. Now listen, u will comes out of the integration, then integration of dt is how much? Very good, t. So u into, shall I write another step? So 0 to t dt plus, I will take a outside the integration, then integration of 0 to t, t dt. Now what is integration of dt? Integration of dt, t. Therefore, u into t between the limits t to 0 plus a into integration of t dt, t square by 2. Very good, t square by 2 between the limits t to 0. Are you clear? Now from that you can write u into initial limit, so t minus 0, that is t only. Now I'll write like this, 1 by 2 into a into, first substitute upper limit t square, lower limit you substitute 0. So what is this value? T square. Or else if you want much more further clarification, first substitute upper limit, then lower limit. Plus 2 will comes out here, so 1 by 2 a into, so first substitute upper limit t square, later substitute lower limit 0 square. If you want much more clarification means. Now you can write this as t minus 0 is t, therefore ut plus half a into t square minus 0, that is t square. Now if you substitute this value here, then here you will get s minus s naught, s minus s naught, s minus s naught, s minus s naught. Now s is equal to s naught plus ut plus half a t square. Now for example, if initially body is at origin, clear, if body is at origin, s naught equal to 0. If you take s naught equal to 0, clear, if no s naught is equal to 0, then s is equal to ut plus half a t square. Understood, ma? Yeah, here need not to add the integration constant. Very good question asked by Pawan. We should add the integration. Here need not. Why? Because means we already taken the limits. We already taken the limits, so need not to add the integration constant. But do you understand the second derivation? Yeah. Now once you practice, then it is very simple. Once you practice, very, very simple. Nothing is there. Now shall I move for the third derivation? Okay. And one more thing, for your PU examination point of view, they will ask only on the graphical method. Calculus method is not required, but sometimes if our time is not good, sometimes they may ask based on the calculus method also. If they ask based on calculus method, you have to do like this. Shall I erase this one? Did you copy it? Yeah. Now the third relation, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay. Now for this, I will take acceleration in chain rule. Do you remember acceleration in chain rule? Yesterday we discussed acceleration in chain rule. So acceleration is dv by dt. Now that acceleration can be taken as dv by dx into dx by dt. This is chain rule. Yesterday we discussed about this chain rule, right? Do you remember anyone? Do you remember anyone? Yeah, fine. Now listen, dx by dt can be taken as v, therefore v into dv by dx is equal to a. This is based on chain rule. Now bring this a to the left hand side, bring this a to the left hand side, then v into dv is equal to a into dx. Now this is the small velocity, small displacement. To get total value, what we should do? What we should do? Integration. Are you clear what we should do? Integration. Now if you integrate on both sides, integration of v into dv, clear, integration of v into dv, but I will take here limits as, clear, here I will take limits as initial velocity as u, final velocity as v. That is equal to integration of, I will take initial limit as 0 and s, therefore a into dx. Now will you solve? Will you solve it? Solve it. Yeah, good. Now integration of v is v square by 2. V square by 2 between the limits v square or v and u is equal to a into integration of dx value is x between the limits s to 0. I'll bring 1 out of the into 2 in out of the differentiation. So 1 by 2 into v square if you substitute the upper limit minus if you substitute the lower limit u square. So first I substituted upper limit v square, later I substituted lower limit u square. That is equal to a into, first I will substitute upper limit s minus lower limit 0. So s minus 0. Now I will write like this. So v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay? Yeah. Now tomorrow onwards, on some 3 days, I will explain the concepts till JEE mains level. So please don't absent for the class. And one more small topic is there. Today I will finish it off and I will stop the today's class here. Now from tomorrow, clear, from tomorrow, 3 days, I will explain the JEE concepts based on these equations. Okay, based on these equations, I will teach you up to the JEE level. So up to the JEE level means it covers CET and NEET also. Clear, there is no separation session for NEET as well as for JEE as well as CET. So I am covering till JEE level. So there you can get CET as well as NEET also. And I will give some shortcuts and I will give you some shortcuts. So please try to attend for the next classes. Okay, ma? Yeah. If it is done, then I will go for the next concept. Yeah. So the next one is acceleration due to gravity. Here we'll discuss like a small definition. Again, the full-fledged definition will be learned in the gravitation lesson. Okay. So the next concept is acceleration due to gravity. Clear? The next concept is acceleration due to gravity. Are you clear? Now remember, what do you mean by acceleration due to gravity means the acceleration gained by the gravity of the earth or gravitational pull or gravitational force of the earth or any planet. That is called as acceleration due to gravity. Are you clear? Now remember, the acceleration gained or acquired by the gravitational pull or gravitational force of a planet, that is called as acceleration due to gravity. Are you clear, ma? So I'm going to write the definition for it. So the acceleration, clear, the acceleration acquired or gained, clear, the acceleration acquired or gained, clear, by the body due to, clear, due to gravitational force, due to gravitational force, are you clear, of a planet, clear, of a planet is called as, is called as acceleration due to gravity. Clear? Acceleration due to gravity. Usually, acceleration due to gravity is represented with the letter G, small g. Are you clear? Now remember, it is denoted with the letter small g. Clear? It is denoted with letter small g. Are you clear? So it is denoted with the letter small g. And units for this acceleration due to gravity is same like acceleration only. That is meter second to the power of -2. Are you clear? And dimensional formula is also same like acceleration only. That is m power 0, L power 1, T power -2. Now remember, acceleration due to gravity for Earth is 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, and acceleration due to gravity for the moon is, clear, acceleration due to gravity of the earth divided by 6. These 2 points are the points to remember or things to remember. Now shall I move to the next point, ma? Shall I move to the next point? Yeah. Now remember, while solving some problems, if they given g value, sometimes g value can be given as 10 meter per second square also. Clear? Sometimes g value is given as 10 meter per second square also. Therefore, in problems, if they give z as 10 meter per second square, use this. If they didn't given, you have to use 9.8 only. Are you clear? Remember, this is the important point to remember. While you are solving problems, if they given small g value as 10, use 10 only. If they didn't given, use 9.8. Understood this point? Are you clear? Are you clear? Yeah. Now listen one point. If you take Earth, acceleration due to gravity is always towards the center of the Earth. Clear? If you take this as a Earth, acceleration due to gravity is always towards the center of the Earth. Clear? For example, I'll take this as an Earth. So acceleration due to gravity is always towards the center of the Earth. Now remember, if you throw any body vertically upwards, clear, if you throw any body vertically upwards, are you clear? And remember, acceleration due to gravity is always in downward direction, that is towards the center. Now remember, acceleration due to gravity is always towards downward direction, towards the center of the earth. Are you clear? Now if you throw any body in upward direction, if you throw any object in upward direction, then for that object you have to take acceleration as minus g. Understood this point, ma? Clear? Understood this point, ma? Do you understand this point? If you throw any body vertically upwards, you have to take acceleration due to gravity as minus g. Understood this point, ma? Yeah. Now remember, if any body is falling towards the earth, clear? Now for example, let us say a body is freely falling towards the earth. Now it is falling towards the earth and acceleration due to gravity is also in the same direction. In such case, you have to take acceleration due to gravity as a is equal to plus g. Understood this point, ma? So tomorrow, till 3 days, I am going to discuss about the JE concept. In that JE concept, these points are useful. Okay? So if you have doubts, you can ask me or else you can leave the class.